Hello! Perfidious Pete here. Back and looking to avoid gagging on another giant bolus of backstory in Tyranny. Yes, Tyranny, yes, fine, I get it. It's a rich game world. Every character is a beautiful and unique snowflake. Verse, my companion is a murderous psychopath who's skilled as hell with a blade, spear, sword, club, garrote, or any other object which might be used or construed as a weapon. Fine, I got it. She's a mad freak show with self-esteem issues, and I definitely want to try and get in her pants as quickly as possible. I'm sold. You can stop pitching me now. I don't need to learn her entire life story in a single sitting. Maybe instead of that, just let me learn about her a little bit at a time as we adventure together. Granted, Club Slugman is no Casanova, but even a man as thick as Club knows you don't take a girl out on a first date, sit her down, and just grill her 6.5 hours straight, KGB style, over every single detail of her entire life without even buying her dinner and a drink. There's an art to getting to know someone, and it doesn't consist of just sit down and keep asking questions until she either punches you in the throat to shut you up or calls the cops. That's not how it's done. And you know what? I'm actually going to pause the game here because I'm going to rant for a little while about this paradigm in story-rich games that I find that irritates the holy screaming bejesus out of me. It's so frustrating when a game that tries to work with a rich story and to make their characters feel really fleshed out engages this particular storytelling method. A giant exposition dump is not how you develop a character. This is not quality storytelling. It's artificial and it's forced, and it's not how people actually behave. It's this method of just dumping everything you ever wanted to know on a character in once. It's just, it is to good storytelling what a CIA dossier is to like a good biography. One is just a whole bunch of bizarre, not necessarily relevant facts thrown into a pile and left for whoever wants to come along to sort through. The other one tells a story of someone's life. It has a narrative, it has a progression, everything they say has like a purpose. It's not just a big pile of facts. And that's what this method is. They're just be like, here's the big pile of facts for this character, sort through them at your will. It's not good. And some of you out there are probably saying, well, you know, if that's not what you want out of Tyranny, Pete, that's fine, just skip that stuff. The developers put those things in for the people who really want to do the deep dive. Okay, fine, I get it, and you're not necessarily wrong. Tolkien didn't put all the stupid backstory garbage for the Lord of the Rings into the world either. He wrote the Silmarillion and let people who were interested seek that out. Fine, but this is a video game, and you've gated chunks of the game and the game mechanics behind that backstory. It's like refusing to let me find out what happens to Bilbo under the Lonely Mountain until I've read the entire history of Thrain's lineage all the way back to the days of Khazad-dûm. Don't do that, developers. It doesn't draw me into the world. In fact, it actually alienates me from the world because I don't want to have to do that level of Talmudic research to find out about the people I'm adventuring with. It's gotten to the point now, I'm 2 hours into this game. I think I've been in 2 fights. And I'm starting to dread actually meeting your characters because I know to get all of the things I may need to complete my adventure, I have to do another read of the Silmarillion, and that shit was a slog to get through the first time. Don't make me do that. If you want to put these things in for the character, they've got to evolve naturally as the story progresses, because this game isn't a story about Verse or my companions or the people in the world. Ultimately, what's going to immerse the player in the game is the fact that it's a story about my character. It's great that you've fleshed these characters out, but you've got to let us discover that. You got to let us find that flesh as a part of our natural journey. Just sitting here and trying to cram every single detail of Verse's life down my throat all at once, it just doesn't work. It makes me not want to meet characters. It really, really is off-putting. But I'm still going to try and struggle through. Let's see. I'm not ready to call it quits on Tyranny yet, though. I got to say, I'm feeling a little hesitant about where this Let's Play may go. But we'll give it a go. Let's see if maybe this episode, after 2 hours, we can finally get into a non-tutorial fight. So what do you got for me, Iron Marshal Aranyos? Don't just coddle the impact. Push back with your shield. Take the momentum. Iron Marshal Aranyos, field commander of the disfavored, pounds her fist in the air. She calls out to the warriors on a training field. I said eyes on your opponent's waistline. If you spend more than a glance at his footwork, you've lost. Honestly, you should probably be focusing on the center of his chest, where his center of mass is, not actually at his waist. I've gained favor with the disfavored. Stormcaller, welcome to our camp. The disfavored offers her snaps a salute. I'm sorry your arrival isn't for better reasons, but it's a pleasure to see you again all the same. Why have we region of style where this plan was used to create... Oh, right, we did something with her in a conquest. Got it. It's reassuring to see the Tuna sends us a fate binder with the proper moral compass. Sure. It was mentioned that you're short on warriors that need help. Slugman really fucking needs to kill someone, Iron Marshal Aranios. Don't give me 500 pages of backstory before I can murder a man. Just show me where the men are and let me kill them. I have bridges amassing along Placid, Echo Call, and Little Tooth crossings. The Vendrian Guard may be able to hold one bridge, but they cannot hold against a concerted three-prong attack. I have no right to give you orders, but... Her words falter, a short cough breaking her flow. We all have to die to Kairos' edict should we fail, so I'm not about to let my pride blind me to the value of good help. See, now this is better because they're giving me the option of just saying, yes, I'll go murder, or if I want to know a little bit more, you know, I can get a little more information. Like, I'm curious, what's the second major attack on the river? What happened the last time? Defeat in detail, we carved a buddy path up to the river. With that, at point, everyone who charged ahead was lost. We had no course backup. It was just a few disfavored squads. I can tell you exactly how they were defeated, but we lost the whole assault team. She shakes her head, letting a long paint sign. We found bodies washing up the river for days. It's not often the Tearsmen put up such a good fight. It certainly made us reevaluate the number we'll need to take this valley. Verse. Really? Are you sure your scouts didn't give you all sorts of details about the enemy and you chose to disregard our warnings? What would I say? Sure the disfavored would heed any such advice? No, I'm pretty sure that all of these people are incompetent idiots. Sounds like your lack of caution is not to blame, not the Scarlet Course. Well, Verse likes this. Yeah, that's right, baby. Club Slugman's all about backing up my girl. Lack of caution. My legion is my family. I do not play loosey with their lives. The only blame here is on the Oathbreakers. It's their intransigence that created this conflict in the first place. Really no need to blame your teeth, at least. I can hear them grinding from here. Okay, see, now I don't care anymore. I just want to go kill. But look, here's an example of what I'm talking about. In order for us to gain favor with Verse, we had to shit all over the disfavored here. And that's fine. I don't mind shitting on the disfavored. I like games that have a morality system, faction systems and whatnot, actions having consequences. Don't all of this story bolus though that this is gated behind. It's a little burdensome, frankly. I feel like I'm having to drag a safe to get through the story. Our plan just might work. The Iron Marshal lifts her gauntlets close to her face, shifting her eyes. From you to the metal articulations. We are loath to work with those who do not share our training and our values, but we know that Tuna the Adjudicator selects only the most capable minds for his court, and I trust you will honor us all on the field. Antio will be leading a charge at Echo Call Crossing, whatever. Assisting you will be the Barrack of the Stone Shield. She points to a heavily armored soldier standing sentry at the training field. Before you ask, no, the Forge-bound weren't sloshed on Dappleseed when they fitted his armor. He survived the full force of the Edict of Storms, and this armor doesn't exactly come off. Tactically, it's quite brilliant, but otherwise, it's something of a curse. Tapping her helmet twice, Aranios signals to the hulking presence, Barrack, come meet the Fatebinder. So we're about to get introduced to our very own, Gregor Clegane? Barrack. Soldier that steps up to you better resembles an amalgamation of rusted blades and mismatched pieces of armor fused into a vaguely human shape. He reeks of sweat, feces, and whatever oil treatment keeps him flexible. Well, he's gonna fit right in with the whole Club Slugman paradigm there. I got a stinky sack. This guy smells like shit. We're both unwashed louts.
The Iron Marshal has tasked me with keeping you alive, and I have no intention of disappointing her. That should be enough assurance for anyone.
See, now here's the thing. I know Barrack is going to join my party, and I kind of don't want him to. Because this is another Silmarillion that I have to read. See, this is gameplay mechanics being gated behind story stuff that I don't necessarily care to participate in. I want to be able to do things like gain favor with Verse. I want to be able to make decisions that are going to affect how the people in the world react to me. But I also don't want to be burdened with this gigantic, overwhelming weight of story, and the two things are intrinsically linked. For instance, if I just said I'll do it, I never get that chance to earn favor with Verse for shitting on the Scarlet Chorus. In order to shit on the Scarlet Chorus and earn favor with Verse, though, I gotta hear 25 minutes of crap I honestly don't give a shit about. None of this is the story of Club Slugman. This stuff is all the story of people who I've only vaguely met, and I'm not sure I want to bother getting to know. This mechanic is troubling me. I'm gonna nod silently. Disfavored favor 1. Barrick returns your nod. Silent save for the creaking articulations in his alloyed carapace.
Barrick, is that
Barrick and I
you
may
under
get
there?
along here, because
I
he
had
also
no
seems like
idea
the
you were in
silent
Vendry
type.
as well. Fatebinder, do you know this walking anchor?
You two know each other?
No. Oh, that is to say, yes. I'm already as familiar with this ironclad halfwit as I care to be.
She regards Barrick with a mixed look.
We don't have time to trade jabs today, Verse. After the siege, you can throw as many tantrums as you please. I suggest that we remain focused on the mission.
Which is what again? Because honestly, the mission part of this is the one thing I haven't picked up yet.
No offense to the mission, but seeing you looking like a garbage heap and reeking of a mass grave is more amusing by far. Did you forget how to don your armor, or did Graven Ash leave you out in the rain?
Well, if his armor won't come off, he poops in there. So, I mean, that probably pees in it too, which would explain some of the rust and most of the smell, I'm going to guess. Barrick sighs a frustrated growl, shaking his iron enclosure of a suit. See, look, can't we just go fucking fight someone already? I encountered Barrick in a stalwart campaign, though he appears much changed. He's an excellent soldier. He may be as heavy as an anchor, but at least he's not as dense as one. I don't believe we've been acquainted. I knew him well as I knew anyone during the conquest.
That can change. When the tiers are fully under our command, I'll take you to whatever passes for a watering hole in this forsaken country. We'll drink the local swill to honor the fallen.
But isn't that just going to produce more urine that you have to excrete inside your armor, thus rusting and encrusting it with smell?
I know a great brothel in Lethian's Crossing where we can watch something rise, then fall, then rise again.
You know, Barrick, your offer of getting shit-faced drunk with the smelly guy, with the smelly kid from class is interesting, but the brothel thing is probably going to be the way Club Slugman tends to roll. Iron Marshal Aranios. The Fatebinder will be joining us for the push across the river. I figured an extra hand might help, and more importantly, if my worries come true, the chorus tries to impede the mission, we have an observer from the court on our side.
We were on less than agreeable terms during the conquest. You misrepresented the Legion to the Scarlet Chorus.
Yeah, well, I'll do
our
that.
greatest victories took place at Stalwart. A shame you went to battle with your eyes closed.
Either Barrick growls or his armor shifts, perhaps both. Okay,
It's
so
just
Barrick
my
doesn't
luck
really
I'm
like me.
assigned to one of Tunon's legal clerks. I'm sure you think the rules don't apply to you, but I'm counting on you working with me and my squad to stop these Oathbreakers.
Wait, is he arguing with Iron Marshal Aranios or me? Because I'm confused. I asked that Barrick accompany you there to arbitrate the cooperation between his company and the Scarlet Course. That's fine, I don't really care. Echo Call Crossing is now unlocked on the map. Barrick, you've been without a cohort since the last Battle of Starwood. It's time we give you a task more worthy than hauling wagons and leading training drills. Plants her hands on her hips and speaks in clipped official terms. Ash has assigned you to the Fatebinder service. You're to assume this task is ongoing until we find a more permanent spot for you, which could very well mean the swiftly approaching end of this war, or when the Fatebinder dismisses you. Is that understood? Barrick regards the Iron Marshal in oppressive silence, so he definitely doesn't want to come with us. That's an order, Barrick. She shakes her head and sighs, returning her focus to you. He can be as stubborn as pulling a spire out of the earth, but he's a good soldier. I hope you don't mind the company. It's fine. I don't care. Excellent. I look forward to seeing your success on the battlefield. I'll take another guy. If anything else, he is one more body between Club Slugman and potential fate. And honestly, if he comes with me, I don't have to stand here and argue with you anymore. Maybe, just maybe, I could go kill something. So let's look at Barrick's AI. What's he? What are you programmed to do here, Barrick? Defend the party. That's fine. What are your options? Protector. Barrick will focus on protecting the party. He will use Bond of Honor and an ally, maintain his fouling stance, and attempt to get the attention of as many enemies as possible. If an ally is in danger, Barrick will attempt to use Defender's Charge to aid them. Warrior. Focus on dealing damage effectively. Uses Bond of Honor ability on other damage dealers and aggressively make use of Defender's Charge. Okay. None. Well, we don't really... What is Barrick good at, though? Let's take a look at some of his abilities. He has a disfavored Iron Sword. Okay. So he has, though, just the one weapon set. It's either this or his fists.
Let's be off.
Oh, fun. You have two abilities. Striking Iron. Bonus damage if engaged by target enemy. Interesting. Iron Tolling. So he has like a taunt. And he has one combo ability. Both bang on their shields and armor, harassing an enemy. Target's compelled to attack Barrick for a short time, while the Fatebinder's mocking gesture leave the enemy confused and off guard. The foe loses all ability to pair and dodge until they recover their senses. Intriguing. So this guy's definitely like a taunter. What stances does he have? He has no stances available. Also, can I make this go away? Thank you. He has one combo ability. Edict of Execution. Yeah, everybody's toiling under that. Does it have an actual effect? It gives us all +1 resolve, which is something. So Barrack is not really impressive. He just has the 2 abilities. Fine. Get the whole party. Echo All Crossing is unlocked on our map. Can we go there and what is this lit? Talents. Level up. Fatebinder talents, 1 point. There's 6 okay, so we get a level up. Leadership, defense, power, agility, range, and magic. With each level, you gain 1 point to purchase a talent from any of these categories. The talent tree, each tier talent is unlocked based on how many talent points have been spent within that tree. To learn a talent, select its icon, then save button to confirm your choice. Each companion has their own talent tree with unique abilities. These abilities unlock in the same manner as your character's talents. You spend points with a companion talent tree, etc. So, classic skill tree. Okay. So, do I, Club Slugman, have something available? I have 2 points worth of power. I have 2 in power. Do I have any to spend? Where's this? Where are they listed? Like how many I have to spend? You have 1 of each. And you have 1 in Punisher. So do you have an ability to spend? Fierce Demeanor. Level up. Okay, so Barrack has a talent point available. Gotcha. So he already has Striking Iron. What are his options? He has 1 point in Punisher. Could I put it in Sentinel? I guess not. I can't. Oh, I can. So we could put 1 in Sentinel, which gives issues a mocking invitation challenging enemies to attack Barrack. That makes Barrack like a tank. Fierce Demeanor. Enemies nearby have their resolve reduced. I don't know if that's useful. Gain a chance to attack enemies as they engage me. It doesn't seem that useful. Art of the Blade. Increases one-handed and two-handed melee weapon range. I kind of like the Sentinel ability because I think I'm going to make Barrack a protector. So let's have Barrack get leveled up. What do we have here? Attribute points. Oh, good. So we're learning how to level people by leveling Barrack. This is actually an okay mechanic. So we get attribute points. Costs 1 point until the attribute score reaches 19. To raise an attribute from 19 to 20 requires 2 attribute points. Okay, so what, how do we level these up? How many do I have? I have 1. We probably, if we're going to want to make this guy a tank, should maybe give him like bonus health and bonus defense. It also gives him more endurance defense. Let's give him 1 point of strength. So I think we're probably going to focus on like strength and vitality because they are sort of his resolve. Yeah, those are going to be our 3 primary. So let's do that. We have quests. Our quest should still be just go to Echo All Crossing. Meet with Antio at Echo All Crossing. So our quest has been updated. What do we got going on here? Verse. Oh, it shows our relative loyalty and fear rating. Gotcha. So this lets us track our recent options. Barrack has elated by your noble ways. Remembers how I spurned the Legion. So he kind of fears us a little bit. I don't care about spells. Can I just make this go away? Does somebody else have the ability to use spells or something? I don't really feel like either of these people are like magic users, so we'll have to worry about the spell interface at a later date. I just want to go kill something, game. Please let me murder. His favorite camp. Where is Echo Call Crossing? I don't care what else is going on in this camp. Well, there was somebody else here we were supposed to talk to though, right? There was like a Scarlet Chorus guy we were supposed to chat with. This dude, Bitter Quip. You so little do decide standing around the disfavored camp. Bitter Quip looks at you impatiently. No, I don't. Oh, okay. I thought I was supposed to talk to you to get a potential job. Isn't there a quest giver up here somewhere? Who's Marcus? He has a name. We could maybe talk. Marcus and Lucia are up here. What do these guys do? I am Lucia. This is Marcus. You must be the Fatebinder. We've been assigned to babies. Oh, she was going to say babysit, but got cut off. Assigned to your hospitality. While you remain on disfavored ground, should you need a place to rest, we can make the necessary preparations. What can we do for you? I don't care about Marcus and Lucia at all. Marcus, I'd like some training. Of course. Founds on his armor and salute. Party members. Oh, so these guys are like, okay, they help us level up then? Does it cost? It costs money for us to level skills. Got it. Okay, I actually don't need any training then. So that's what the star means. Got it. Ash's tent. We've been there. Who is Sevisus? I just want to make sure we've talked to all these people. Who is this guy? We're still not going to get to kill anything. Fatebinder Club Slugman, am I right? I'm Sevisus, the commander in 3rd generation disfavored. Specifically, I'm Sevius the Younger. Some folks can't keep track. I honestly don't care. The rank says commander, but lately I'm just organizing patrols and trying to stay out of the way. You should talk to Iron Marshal if you've something official that needs discussing. What is it that you need? I don't care. I don't want to talk to any more people. I want to go smash a man's face in with the club. I'm 2.5 hours into this gameplay already, and there has been a decided lack of friggin' murder going on here. Slugman is not all talky-talky. It's more punch and make die. Where does this go? Does this go to Echo Call Crossing? Oh, it go anywhere we go, actually. So we're in the disfavored camp. We could go to Echo Call Crossing camp, or we could stop by the Scarlet Course camp. It's going to take us 2 hours to get there. It takes us 5 hours to go to Echo Call Crossing. Since the Scarlet Course camp is on the way, I guess we should journey there and just pray that we get ambushed on the road. Thank Christ, game. Path is blocked by a small group of Vendrian Guard. You can go no further until you deal with them. For the love of Christ, I've never been more thankful to be ambushed by bandits on the road while traveling. If it weren't for a random encounter, we'd have no encounters at all. It'd just be reading the Silmarillion for the 5th time. This time I'm really going to delve deep into the lore of Ents, because I want to know more about Entdrots and the Entmoot.
That's far enough, Fatebinder.
A woman's voice booms from atop a nearby outcry, humming. Flashes of aquamarine body paint peek out from under her loose-fitting traveler's garb, and her outfit is festooned in braids and knots of sailor's line. Flanked on either side by warriors dressed in Vendrian Guard regalia, the woman leans on an elaborate bladed staff, pulsing with arcane energy. A swath of blue fabric rests draped over her arm.
Tunon sends us the Queenslayer. The old judge has a sense of humor.
Oh, please, for the love of God, tell me this is not a fucking party member already.
In accordance with ancient customs north and south.
You're not joining my party yet.
I request a delay of blade. There are matters we must discuss without fear of reprisal. I am
the patented Club Slugman response is to just glare silently at another bolus of backstory. Ebb of the School of Tides, today you speak on behalf of the Vendrian Guard. What is it that you want, Ebb?
Caution, Fatebinder. Only thing more dangerous than a tearsman is an educated one.
There's a blue flag. I expect you will honor it. Then don't anger her. In that case, let's deal with this troublesome gnat. Okay, fine. There's a blue flag. Let's just honor it.
We are ready to kill to defend our lands, but we kill only in fair battle. We don't slay our prisoners. We know this isn't Kairos's way, but we must have hope.
Hey, Eb, you ever wonder if maybe that's why you're losing?
A few of my kin have gone missing, and though they may have perished, I have to inquire on the off chance they still live. If Captain Tarkus Deimos still lives, we would negotiate for his release.
He's dead. I told some men to kill him, and then instead they tied him to a pole, and I smashed his head in with a fucking hammer. He's dead now.
I see. That is as I feared, but thank you for telling me all the same. I prefer closure to wishful thinking.
You're welcome, I guess. Aren't you a little angry that I smashed his head in?
Palox Tyrell. Did he survive?
Okay, one thing I do want to give Tyranny here, I very much like the fact that it can tell me what I did by mousing over directions, because honestly, I have no fucking idea who Palox Tyrell is or what I did to him. The Conquest thing was like last week when I recorded it. I don't remember shit about the random name, but the fact that they remind me what happened is fantastic. This is the kind of innovative stuff that I expect from a Paradox game. I just also would hope for a little better writing that doesn't force me to choke down backstory like this. Or alternatively, that they might make their characters memorable enough that I actually do recall who Palox Tyrell is. They really have the luxury of matching names to the countless tearsmen you've encountered. You're reasonably certain she's asking about the Vendrian Guard warrior that took Drastus hostage at Edgering Ruins. He did not survive the encounter. He's also dead. She nods slowly, saying nothing for a long moment.
My apologies, Fatebinder. I had a terrible feeling this errand was in vain from the start.
Yeah, well, they had the misfortune of running into Club Slugman, who pretty much murders everyone he meets.
I had no expectations that our friends could be saved, as I'm sure the time for swapping prisoners is long gone. But at least I know of what became of them. That'll have to be enough.
You know, I have some
We
questions
shouldn't
for
be
you.
socializing with Oathbreaker.
Shut
I will
up,
entertain
Eric.
them as best I can. After all, understanding is the only hope we have. What is it you wish to know?
You know, why do you resist Kairos? What is it
I
that
grew
you're
up
trying to save
without
here?
my knee bent to Kairos, and if I'm going to bow to someone, let it be another Tearsman. We've ruled ourselves just fine for centuries, so we'll give our lives so that our sons and daughters might rule themselves.
Alternatively, you could bend the knee and not get completely exterminated. You've been ruling yourselves just fine for centuries, except for the fact that you Tearsmen failed to stop the conquering overlord who's currently invading your lands. Only your daughters are really free in the Tears. That's why we fight against Kairos' equality. Makes you think you have a chance, but a mage like you would not be the subject of superstition and fear under Kairos' reign. You know, beset with constant battle.
You make conflict sound like a bad thing. Yes, the younger realms saw frequent battles, but it was never this wholesale slaughter like we've seen of late. No Tearsman ever cast an edict on the soil, or forced prisoners to kill each other, or butchered beastmen tribes.
Well, they are just beastmen. I mean, come on. What makes you think you have
we
a chance,
don't.
by the way?
Those who
Oh,
believed
well,
Kairos
okay.
could be stopped all died years ago, in the first wave of fighting. It's not about the hope of victory. It's about the hope of inspiring others. It is very likely we will fall here in Vendrian's Well.
Ah, so you're going for the
perhaps
whole
others will
I'm
arise
Leonidas
elsewhere.
kind of thing. Me and my 300 know we're going to die to a man, but we're doing it because it's the cool thing to do. You're going to die for show. Were there prisoner swaps in the past? Hey, how did you overthrow the
I
garrison,
would joke
by the
that
way?
the voices of Narat left the gate unlatched, but dozens of warriors lost their lives taking the citadel. There was no secret to it. We simply attacked with speed and certainty at a time when the Archons were elsewhere in the tiers. The Scarlet Chorus had a rout, and what few disfavored soldiers were present made an impressive showing.
Yeah, well, that's all I
Fair
really
enough.
care about.
But now a question for you.
Okay,
The
I'll humor you.
edict.
You humored me, I'll humor you. I
can feel
suppose it's only
magic
fair.
coursing through the air. Everyone can. But those of us enlightened to the currents of magic feel it most. The wording of the edict. What was it?
Everybody has
In
to
the
be
name of the
taken over
vaunted
here,
North,
or everybody
the will
dies.
of Kairos should be delivered with blade and hammer, not to the ears of oathbreakers and compromisers.
Barrick, shut up.
Curious.
Club Slugman is
You
not
did
clever
say
enough to
all
lie.
in the valley. So the edict will affect Kairos' forces?
Yep.
That is
Again, Club
most
Slugman is not
troubling.
clever enough to lie.
So either the soldiers come to destroy and kill us, or the edict does the work. I suppose we should be so honored the Overlord is taking no chances on us.
I guess. Alternatively, you could just fucking surrender now and end the
Another
whole
question
thing.
for you, if you will entertain it.
I'm getting fairly bored, and I'm thinking we maybe should just fight already. I really
Are we
want to
really
kill
standing
something here.
and chatting with Oathbreakers? It's hard to watch, like cuddling a goat you're going to kill for dinner.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna kill the goat anyway, why not have a little fun with it?
When I was young, my parents told me the Tears were special, and the Overlord's edicts and armies could never touch us. Seems I've been told a hefty sum of lies. So answer this honestly for me, please. Is it true that Tunon's Fatebinders can smell truth from falsehood?
No.
Thanks for that.
Especially not me,
can
loyal
see why
Club
you'd want to
Slugman. I'm
foster
too
the mystique
stupid.
all the
Again,
same.
I like the fact that
School
Club
of
is
Tides
just
would
too
always
stupid
tell
to lie.
commoners we didn't know how
Can
to
we
summon
fucking
capable
fight
ones.
already?
Once they find out, you can't eat in peace. And Kairos' edicts. I have heard the sages speak at length that some of the edicts elsewhere in the world have been broken. How is this?
I don't know. Only Kairos knows the exact details. Hey, I'm just the
Ah,
guy
so
who
some
reads the
edicts
thing.
Are forever. The rest are, as long as Kairos has in mind. Needless to say, Kairos' magic is unlike anything we've seen in any
Look,
Archon.
Eb, if you're looking for enlightenment in the magical realms, you're definitely barking up the wrong tree here. Club Slugman can
You'll
barely
forgive,
read.
I hope, the questions. The Overlord and his Archons used to be things of legend. Now they're everyday maladies, and I'm eager to separate the truth from the lies I've been told by house and guild.
Can we fight now?
In accordance to our most ancient customs, let us depart in honorable accord. May peace find you, Fatebinder.
Yeah, okay, fine. Club Slugman won't break a flag of truce because apparently I'm somehow a man of honor, despite the fact that I really should have preferred to just friggin' kill you. What is this thing up here? Oh, there's some kind of little blue thing. What did we find? Sable root. Oh boy. That's all there was?
Right.
So my random encounter didn't actually constitute a random encounter. It's just another chance to digest another bolus of story, and Club Slugman and his thirst for blood go yet again unquenched. All right, Tyranny. I'm starting to get a little irritated with you. I'm not gonna lie. Can we leave the valley now, please? Thank you. I want to continue on to the Scarlet Court camp. 32 minutes. Yeah, it took 32 minutes for us to talk to some character who, if we find again, are probably gonna murder. We gained loyalty with somebody we don't give a single shit about. Why did Club Slugman not just immediately fight them? Because Club Slugman is a powerfully stupid man. He's too dumb to even lie. But there's one thing that's more powerful than Club Slugman's stupidity, and that's his laziness. If Club Slugman can avoid a fight at all costs, he's going to avoid the fight. Not fighting is very much easier than fighting someone. If I can not fight... Oh, hey, it's Quiet Shiv and Shivershank. Oh, good. I'm sure we'll have some kind of meaningful, stupid conversation with these idiots, but that's going to have to wait till next episode because Club Slugman's quest and thirst for blood continues to remain unsated. We are now officially 2.5 hours into Tyranny gameplay, and I think we've killed 3 people. This realm doesn't feel very tyrannical at all. It seems overly diplomatic, in fact, because everybody spends all of their time talking about their motivations and their dreams. Can't we just batter a man with a bladed weapon until they are dead? Please tell me I can murder... Oh, you know what? Kill the deer. No, guys, kill this deer. Kill it. Kill it. Kill the deer. Use an ability on the deer. Thrust at the deer, Club. I can't... You won't even let me murder a deer? You gotta be shitting me. I can't... Okay, death from above. Shoot the deer. Even the wildlife is protected under the writ...
Can't do that.
All right, then. Thanks, Barrick, for telling me I can't do that. Apparently, we're not allowed to hunt in Kairos' lands, lest we incur the wrath of his game wardens. Ah, goodness. Well, if you enjoyed another non-action episode of Tyranny, you might consider dropping a like down in the comment section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot. And if you'd like to see more of us talking out the problems of this tyrannical dictator, his overlord army, as our forces crush all beneath our iron-shod boot. I don't know, the only thing that's getting crushed right now is my will to play this game, and it's getting crushed by the weight of the backstory they keep trying to throw at me. Maybe that'll change. Maybe we'll get some fighting. I have to assume at some point fighting occurs. We'll find out next episode. Right now, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.